This is love. I mean, this guy's wife said, listen, I love the house and all, but the sun needs to be at the bedrooms in the morning. And so the guy just kind of went in. He turned his house around and redid the whole model of the thing. Here's the thing, though. Now the front door is in the backyard.
Right.
Because the bedrooms are facing the road. But his wife wanted the sun, at a certain time for the bedrooms. Wake up, bright and cheery in the morning. Now the kids are out of the house. It's years later. And she's like, you know what? I kind of want to see people walking into my yard now. But I also want the sun in the bedrooms at this certain time in the morning. He's like, what am I going to do? Here's what he did. He redesigned a whole house, and he put it up so it could rotate. You push a button, the thing spins.
The whole house.
The thing spins. Not like 100 miles an hour or anything.
No.
But you push a button, So now the sun is at the bedrooms at a certain part of the day, and then she can go and push the button, and the whole house spins, and now the front door's at the road now.
And my favorite part of this is it's about the neighbors, too, because there's certain neighbors, I guess, in her neighborhood, because she loves to watch people walking by, like you say. But when they come up toward the door, if she doesn't really want to have a conversation,
she turns the house around.
You're not getting another cup of sugar, Sally.
Not here. The house is green and a red tin roof.
I mean, can you imagine? This has to be in their community, in their neighborhood. Have you seen the rotating house? The visitors come to town. You got to check this out.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
See, they're talking about the all the planets that are in the evening sky right now. Because you can see Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, Venus, the moon, of course. And if you have superhuman eyes, Pluto's way off in the distance. I have Skyview.
Oh, yeah, me too.
It's a great app on my phone.
I love it.
And so we were out with my family and our neighbor's family on Saturday night. And I went, oh, look at that. I wonder what planets those are.
Right.
And saw what they were. And go figure, this is the time of year where you can see more planets, or really bright stars, it looks like, out. And it's those planets right now. And so Liz is like, I wonder where it is right now. I'm like, oh, the moon's around Australia at this moment.
And that may be true, but I know I'm not going to sound like a smart person right now, but I feel like you should be able to see the moon in the sky right now.
No.
How is that possible?
No, the Earth rotates.
I do get that. I know we spin. We rotate.
Spin,
I get that.
And we rotate around the sun.
I get that.
So no wonder why we're messed up in the mind sometimes, because we're spinning all over the place. That's a joke, just to let you know.
But I still feel like we should be able to see the moon at this time of morning.
Even if it's over on the other side of the globe?
I understand what you're saying, but I know I should be able to see that. I sound not like a smart person right now, but I just feel like I should be able to see it. But I did walk outside just to prove my point, and I could not prove
There's
it,
no moon, was there?
No.
No. Not at this time. The Earth rotates, and the moon orbits around the Earth.
Is there a test later this week, Mr. Dempsey?
No. You should know this.
Well, I should, because I love astronomy. I absolutely love finding out more about the planets and the moon.
If you get out your Skyview right now
it's
and
showing
point it northwest,
okay,
and then move down, you'll be below the horizon.
I understand.
So you'll go down, and then you'll
saying.
start seeing the moon in your Skyview because it's over on that side of the world.
I'm pointing it at my feet, which Skyview is the app that's on your phone. I point it down at my feet, and I'm looking at the moon on Skyview.
Wow, you need to see a doctor about that.
Well, I know, because I can also see the jeans that I'm wearing and then the moon right up on top. So, I don't understand why I'm not seeing it. I don't understand why I'm not seeing it.
She's moving her app all over the place, thinking it's below the horizon. You can't see it.
So, see, the sun is not fully up yet. So there's Mars, right? But you'll see Venus just under the moon at night, and it's absolutely
it is
stunning.
gorgeous, isn't it?
Yes. So that's Venus, if you're wondering. And then you kind of look opposite of the sky, and you'll see Jupiter and Saturn.
Very nice. She's got her planets down. She just doesn't understand. You can't see it when the Earth rotates. Anyway, it's a long story.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
I have a feeling that this week is going to go by really quick from Tuesday to Tuesday because next week is Share-a-thon at His Radio. That's what we're giving away. I don't know if you've been with us for a week or so, but we've been talking about this Vacay Your Way that somebody is going to win with His Radio. Thankful that Faith Wireless has made this possible. They support His Radio. Like, we want to do something and give away a vacation, which is really awesome. So here's what I heard from one person.
What's that?
They want to go to Gatlinburg.
Ooh.
And so what they'll do for their Vacay Your Way is drive to Gatlinburg and stay there for a week. Now, here's the thing. Vacay Your Way is $3,000, which is the transportation and lodging and the travel agent that'll set it all up. And so they'll give you a variety of things to pick from on where you want to stay. And they want such a great vacation that they've never had before that they want enough to spend and not have to worry about it. You know how you have to budget, like, okay, so we'll eat in this day, so we'll bring some cereal from home, and then we'll go out in the evenings. And I mean, it's like they really want to do it right. And so what will happen in their scenario for a trip to Gatlinburg is they're going to drive on their own. So the gas is going to be taken care of, And then the lodging is going to be, and so they'll have the rest of that $3,000 to spend around Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. I'm like, that's smart thinking.
It really is, because then you get to do all the adventure stuff. Maybe go, to the theme park and the this and then that, and do a little shopping at the outlets. And
expensive dinner.
That sounds good.
Instead of Wendy's and Pigeon Forge.
Get
the big steak that you've always wanted. If you're gluten-free, don't worry. They got gluten-free stuff there, too.
Yeah.
My wife has to think that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was smart thinking.
That is really smart thinking, but maybe that's not your idea of a vacation. Whatever it is in your head, you get to choose. It's why we say Vacay Your Way.
Your way. Okay, so Share-a-thon's next week. We mentioned that earlier. We're giving it away on Tuesday next week. It's a part of Share-a-thon. You don't have to have a gift to enter this. Just call on Tuesday next week. We'll get you entered in. But since we're raising the operational budget for His Radio, you give a gift now. You'll automatically be registered to win. So you'll be sharing the hope of Jesus, plus you'll have a Vacay Your Way that you could win. Go to hisradio.com, tap on the My His Radio app, or text the word Vacay to 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew.
I have been watching these HGTV remodels, and I just love getting little ideas on how to decorate and whatever. When these people are redoing, remodeling their kids' bedrooms, I cannot believe.
Slides and cool things in the bedroom. My bedroom was never anything like that.
No, this one kid had a rock climbing wall. And I'm thinking, my sister is 7 years older than I am. We shared a room until she was like 25.
What, really?
I was 18.
7 years older than you?
Yes, and can you imagine?
How'd she handle that?
Exactly. Well, she didn't like me very much for most of those years.
Yeah, I mean.
That's hard, but I mean, we had sort of bunk beds. Like, one was, they weren't on top of each other. It was a weird setup that my dad did, but to give us a little more room. But it was like a 10 by 12 room, and you had two women basically in there.
The wild designs that are just so cool for these kids' bedrooms, like Liz is saying on HGTV. I had a wicker chair, a single bed, and my mom didn't like me in the living room.
Yeah.
So I had a black and white TV in my room. So that was my domain.
And a real comfy chair with that wicker chair.
It was a wicker chair.
Oh,
it was
my goodness.
Horrible. I was a big kid.
Yeah.
I was always big. So I was a big kid, and I broke the wicker chair. So I had a hole in the wicker chair.
Wow. Well, I had like I had a place for my music, where I would set up my stereo, and then we had the beds. That was it. And a dresser. We did have a dresser.
No rock climbing wall, no cool slide.
I can't even imagine.
Beds don't look like spaceships.
Right?
I mean,
we redid
wow.
my kids, my youngest son's room quite a few years ago, and it was nice, but there was nothing like that. Like, I'm just glad he's not watching HGTV.
My kids' rooms don't look like, HGTV.
No, it's like a bed, a dresser. You got a closet. It's not walk-in, but, you can build your own.
Yeah. Hey, chime in the conversation. Love to hear from you. 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew.
Start thinking about those bedrooms you see on HGTV just for the kids.
Yes.
For the kids. I mean, rock walls and slides and,
castles.
I mean, it's just crazy spaceship beds and
I'm a little
cars
jealous of
and-
that. I love that
Yeah,
stuff.
don't
That's
know about
cool.
your bedroom. Nothing like what I grew up. Nothing like what my kids don't have that.
No.
Never had a slide in a bedroom like that. Bunk beds in one of them at one time
Yeah.
because we had a lot of foster kids in the home. But
And you got to make space. I get that. My boys
Yeah.
had bunk beds too.
but nothing like that. Maybe a cape, but that's about it.
I know,
You
right?
know?
To play superheroes, little dress up stuff. Ray said, I had to walk to school every day uphill both ways in 3 feet of snow. We only had one pair of shoes for the whole family to share.
Right, Ray. Right. Sand spurs too. I'm sure that you walked on and got in your feet in the snow. Frozen tundra. Uphill.
Poor Ray.
Both ways.
Such a hard childhood.
Jill's with us at 800-447-7234.
I think I can pretty much top everybody in the sad bedroom I had. I'm the youngest of 6, so growing up there were 4 girls and 2 boys, and my grandfather lived with us. So the boys shared a room with my grandfather. So there was 3 in that bedroom their whole life, and there were 4 girls in my bedroom with only 2 beds. The twin beds shared 2 people. When my father, we're friends with the bowling alley, that man who owned the bowling alley. So when the bowling alley redecorated, he got remnants of the carpet from the bowling alley, the red and green paisley bowling alley carpet, and he put that in our bedroom so we could have carpeted on our floor. It was a very tiny house we all grew up in, but my brothers and sisters to this day are my best and closest friends. So we're on the phone usually every day, every other day, talking about whatever's going on in each other's lives. So growing up sleeping with your sister till, they moved out because I was the youngest, got pretty close.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
7 days and counting, and then Vacay Your Way is going to go to somebody. I really hope it's you, that you win this. It's His Radio. Rob and Liz, Share-a-thon is next week. We're giving that away on October 19th. And everybody who gives right now is pre-registered to win the Vacay Your Way. I heard about this one vacation a family's going to do. Mm-hmm. They're going to go to Sanibel Island in Florida.
Nice. Sounds familiar.
Then they're going to go off to the Keys and do a couple of days in the Keys, which I'm thinking, man, you win Vacay Your Way, you can really do a lot with that, with a Florida trip, because
Yeah.
it's just right down the road. Well, right down the road, but you know what I mean.
But you're splitting it up.
Listen, it's a long drive if you drive that. So take the plane to Miami.
Yeah.
Then you can go on down to drive with a rental car.
Yeah, you
to
can
get down to the Keys.
Yeah, you could actually
right?
do that, or you could just drive down the coast and just see it all over a little while. It sounds very good to me.
There's a lot of people have a lot of different ideas about the vacations that they want to take, especially with Vacay Your Way and how you could win that from His Radio. It's so cool. And thank you, Faith Wireless, for making this possible so that Vacay Your Way could go to somebody who is a part of His Radio and Share-a-thon.
Yeah, and they believe, that you really are thinking about vacation. I think we've always got vacation on the brain. So where do you want to go? Get in on Share-a-thon that kicks off on Tuesday, but you can go ahead and give your gift, and that's how you get pre-registered. So you want to do that between now and then for Vacay Your Way. Here's how to do it. So easy. Vacay, the word vacay, to 800-447-7234. You can just hop on hisradio.com or tap the My His Radio app.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
Can't get the kids on the bus? He took things into his own hands. It's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew on His Radio.
Yeah, Sean is a pretty cool dad. Kids had to get to school. They're having a bus driver shortage, which seems to be going on all across the country. And so Sean's like, how am I going to get these kids to school? Oh, wait a minute. My dad owns a company, and I could use one of their cars. So he does. Kids got to school in style. They took a limo.
A big old limo.
A big old limo.
Huge limo. This is like in Columbus, Ohio, so it's not right around here where we could be doing okay. But he's like, and he's going around and he's picking up kids, all these students, and bringing them to school, not just his children, other kids who just cannot get to school, and the bus isn't going by. And so how are they going to get to school? He takes them in a big limo. And this is one of those suburban type limos.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not the car. It's big, it's honking, it's huge. You can get a lot of kids in there. It's amazing. What a cool dad.
It's like got lights and everything inside the thing. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you know?
wild.
Stocks it with Kool-Aid.
He probably does like little Capri Suns.
Yeah,
which
you
is
know,
very
here you go.
cool. I know. But
Little Capri Sun on the way in.
he took like 25 kids the first day, I think. And then a couple of days later, it was up to like 42 kids.
Yeah, it's like, come on my house.
And the kids are excited now to go to school.
In the big limo.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
These folks really firmly believed that this dog had a desire to do one thing.
Yeah, Maggie, all she wanted to do was spend a last few moments in the snow, in the ice. That was like her favorite thing. Big old girl, just this, I don't know, kind of a St. Bernard looking dog, but she loved to roll around in the snow and the ice. And because she only had a couple of days left, her owner said, you know what? We got to make this happen. So they went to social media to say, who has like an ice machine? Who can help us out with this?
There was a local ice center that said, we can do that. So they put some ice together and put it down into their lawn where they live, and their dog, on its very last day, rolled around in snow. When in a time that there is no snow in their yard.
Yeah, and you could tell she was so happy because now she wasn't as frisky as she used to be, but she kind of laid on the snow and kind of put her paw in it and kind of messed around and then started licking the snow, and she had her ball and her toys there.
Yeah.
And they just, when you have to say goodbye and you just want to make it as special that time that you have left as possible, I just love that they went the
You
extra
make my
mile.
mascara run, and I don't even wear mascara.
Like, it's just the sweetest thing, the things that we do for those that are most important to us.
Yeah.
Just makes them happy in those last days. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
stop.
Then they had a big sign on it when they went to pick up the snow, and it has Maggie Snow with a little paw print right there.
And then they were able to say goodbye and know that she had the happiest of last days.